The year is 1260. For nearly half a century, the Mongols have conquered the known world with terrifying speed. Kingdom after kingdom has fallen before their armies. The Jin dynasty in northern China has been destroyed. The Khwarezmian Empire has been erased. Baghdad, one of the greatest cities on earth, has been sacked. Its libraries burned, its people massacred. The Kievan Rus have been shattered. Persia lies in ruins. From Korea to Eastern Europe, no army has been able to stop the Mongol advance. To many people of the 13th century, the Mongols seem unstoppable. They are not simply another invading army. They are a force of nature. After the destruction of Baghdad in 1258, the Mongol commander Hulagu Khan continues marching west. One by one, cities surrender without resistance, hoping to avoid the fate of Baghdad. Those that refuse are destroyed. Soon, only one major power remains between the Mongols and Egypt, the Mamluk Sultanate. The Mamluks are unlike any army the Mongols have faced. Originally brought to Egypt as slave soldiers, they are trained from childhood in horseback riding, archery, swordsmanship, and military discipline. Although they begin life as slaves, the strongest among them rise through merit alone, becoming commanders, governors, and even sultans. Their new ruler is Sultan Qutuz. He understands exactly what is coming. When Mongol envoys arrive demanding surrender, they deliver a familiar message: submit peacefully or face complete destruction. It is the same ultimatum that has terrified kingdoms across Asia and Europe. Qutuz responds with shocking defiance. Instead of accepting the demand, he orders the envoys executed. Their heads are displayed above the gates of Cairo. It is an unmistakable declaration: Egypt will fight. At the same time, events within the Mongol Empire unexpectedly change the course of history. The great Khan Mongke dies during a campaign in China. According to Mongol tradition, many princes must return east to participate in choosing a new great Khan. Hulagu withdraws most of his army from Syria, taking the majority of his experienced troops with him. He leaves behind a much smaller force of perhaps 15 to 20,000 men under the command of his trusted general, Kitbuka. Although greatly reduced, the Mongol army remains one of the most feared military forces in the world. Qutuz realizes this may be the only opportunity. If he waits, Hulagu could return with another overwhelming army. The Mamluks must strike first. Qutuz marches north from Egypt with an army of experienced cavalry. Among his commanders is one of history's greatest military leaders, Baibars. A brilliant tactician, Baibars studies every detail of Mongol warfare. He knows they rely on speed, mobility, horse archery, and perhaps most importantly, the famous feigned retreat. He decides to use their own tactics against them. The two armies meet near a spring called Ain Jalut, meaning the Spring of Goliath, in the Jezreel Valley of modern-day Israel. The terrain is unusual. Unlike the vast open plains where the Mongols normally dominate, Ain Jalut contains rolling hills, rocky ground, and wooded areas that limit cavalry movement. Baibars chooses the battlefield carefully. Before dawn, much of the Mamluk army hides behind hills. Only a smaller force remains visible. As the battle begins, Baibars leads this advance force directly against the Mongols. Mounted archers exchange arrows. Small cavalry clashes erupt across the valley. After several hours of fighting, Baibars suddenly orders a retreat. To Kitbuka, the situation appears familiar. This is exactly how frightened enemies usually behave. The Mongols pursue aggressively. It is the mistake Baibars has been waiting for. The retreating Mamluks lead the Mongols deeper into the valley. As Kitbuka's cavalry advances, hidden Mamluk forces suddenly emerge from both sides. Trumpets sound across the hills. Thousands of fresh cavalry charge downhill. The Mongols realize they have entered an ambush. For the first time in decades, they are trapped instead of trapping someone else. The fighting becomes desperate. Kitbuka refuses to retreat. He rallies his warriors repeatedly, launching fierce counterattacks that nearly break the Mamluk lines. The battle swings back and forth for hours. Neither side gives ground easily. Dust clouds fill the valley. Arrows darken the sky. War horses crash into one another as swords and lances decide the outcome at close range. At a critical moment, Sultan Qutuz personally rides into the fighting. According to medieval chroniclers, he throws off his helmet so his soldiers can recognize him. He shouts, "O Islam!" Then he leads a direct charge into the heart of the battle. His appearance inspires exhausted Mamluk troops. Their attack intensifies. Gradually, the Mongol formation begins to collapse. Kitbuka continues fighting until he is captured. Even in defeat, he refuses to beg for mercy. When brought before Qutuz, he reportedly declares that although he will die, Hulagu will avenge him. Qutuz orders his execution. For the first time in history, a major Mongol field army has been decisively defeated in open battle by another power. The psychological impact is enormous. Across the Middle East, people who had believed the Mongols could never be stopped suddenly realize otherwise. The myth of Mongol invincibility is broken. Hulagu later launches new campaigns into Syria, but the opportunity for total conquest has passed. Repeated Mamluk victories prevent permanent Mongol expansion into Egypt and North Africa. The Battle of Ain Jalut becomes one of history's great turning points. Had the Mongols captured Egypt, they would have controlled nearly every major trade route linking Asia, Africa, and Europe. The political, religious, and cultural history of the Middle East might have unfolded very differently. Instead, the Mamluks preserved their independence and emerged as the dominant power of the Eastern Mediterranean for generations. Military historians still study Ain Jalut as a masterpiece of battlefield planning. Baibars chose the terrain carefully. He anticipated the enemy's behavior. He used deception not as a desperate gamble, but as a carefully prepared weapon. Ironically, he defeated the Mongols by employing the very tactics that had made them famous. Today, the valley of Ain Jalut is peaceful. The horses are gone. The banners have vanished. Only the quiet hills remain. But in the summer of 1260, those hills witnessed something the world had never seen before. The greatest conquering army of the medieval age was finally stopped. Not by walls, not by disease, not by winter, but by an army that understood its enemy, mastered its own discipline, and refused to surrender to fear.